Hi, in this video I will talk about the Solomon mentioned in the uh, Ant Surah and the Surah 27 and his consistent communication with the birds. And as we know that he has skill to communicate with birds, and specifically we can get information from the birds. Birds were used to communicate before, but not like they don't have that specific skill. So the Prophet Solomon has skill to communicate with the birds. And we see that how the communication between the bird and the Solomon is actually consistent in this surah. And it also explains another question. And I will start reading the verses. He inspected the birds and noted, "Why do I not see the Hopi? Why is he missing? I will punish him severely or sacrifice him unless he gives me a good excuse." He didn't wait for long. The Hopi said, "I have news that you do not have. I brought you from Sheba some important information. I found a woman ruling them, who is blessed with everything, and possesses a tremendous palace. I found her people prostrating before the sun instead of God. The devil has adorned their works in their eyes and has repulsed them from the path, consequently they are not guided. They should have been prostrating before God, the one who manifests all the mysteries in the heavens and earth, and the one who knows everything you conceal and everything you declare." So they are worshipping the material and the planet. And so we see that the birds have skill to see. Birds can see the tremendous and big places. This is one thing we know. And another thing is, the bird is not giving much information. Who is blessed with everything is somehow like, okay, can be said. I found her and people prostrating before the sun instead of God. The devil has adorned their works in their eyes and has repulsed them from the path. Consequently, they are not guided. So here another thing is, so she's prostrating before the sun instead of the God. And so in another surah we can see that actually birds pray, birds praising God in Quran. We can see that each one knows his prayers and know how to praise him. So in the Quran, do you not see that Allah is glorified by all those in heavens and the earth, even the birds as they soar? Each instinctively knows their manner of. So let's see. So I mean, they instinctively know how to pray according to Quran. So they can know if the other person may be praying, and they may have the skill. So they here in this surah they're telling they're not praying to God, they're praying something else. And when the Hopi returned to Solomon and he responded, "Are you giving me money?" So another surah, so take this letter from me, give it to them, then watch their response. So this is another important thing. So the bird is actually like a smart messenger, and the bird is also watching their response. It's important. This sentence is very important because at the end, actually the woman, Shaba's people, giving them so she said, "Oh my advisor, I have received an honorable letter. It is from Solomon, and it is in the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, proclaiming, 'Do not be arrogant. Come to me as submitters.' She said, 'Oh my advisor, counsel me in this matter. I am not decided anything until you advise me.' They said, 'We possess the power. We possess the fighting skills, and the ultimate command is in your hand. You decide what to do.' She said, 'The kings corrupt any land they invade and subjugate its dignified people. This is what they usually do. I'm sending a gift to them. Let us see what the messengers come back with. So here we don't know much about this. So there's a story, but and also we don't know if the bird can correctly convey the message. And when the hopper returned to Solomon, and he responded, "Are you giving me money? What God has given me is far better than what He has given you. You are the ones to rejoice in such gifts." So it is important that God said, maybe this is my interpretation, that watch their response, and maybe Hope returned to give more information and different information, and go back to them, and we will come to them with forces they cannot imagine. We will evict them, humiliated and debased. So they actually didn't say anything bad, but we know that Hupi may give a different information, and also it's important that so this is a communication between Hope and Solomon is very consistent here. And before talking about killing forces they cannot imagine, we will evict them, humiliated and debased. So, and also we don't see that. So go back to them, and we will come to them with forces they cannot imagine. So that another thing is, so we in this verse we don't know if the Hopi returned the message exactly same way. So that there's no, because, and later we see that the communication between Solomon and the other person is quite respectful. So he said, "Oh, you elders, which of you can?" And another theory is that maybe Solomon, maybe the bird. So God said that watch his response. Maybe found another information that they're not good intended. So Solomon knows they're not good intended. He said, "Oh, you elders, which of you can bring me her mention before they arrive here as submitters?" One Afred from the jinn said, "I can bring it to you before you stand up. I am powerful enough to do this." The one who possessed knowledge from the book said, "I can bring it to you in the blink of your eye." When he saw it settled in the front of him, he said, "This is a blessing from my Lord, whereby he tests me, to show whether I am appreciative or unappreciative. Whoever is appreciative for his own good, and if one turns unappreciative, then my Lord is in no need for him. Most honorable." He said, "No remodel her mention for her. Let us see if she will be guided or continue with the misguided." So previously, the giving money is like a sort of rejection. So we cannot know from the surah that the exact messages. So we don't see the exact full message. So from this sentence, we see that the rejection is like, just get this money and then let me do just you got my point, I guess. So they give some gift and say like, get out and don't do it, don't communicate me any further. When she arrived, and also another thing is, so from the perspective of female psychology, like if females are more like a passive aggressive, if you search the scientific literature, like you can just search scientific literature, females and passive aggression compared to males. Yeah, anyway, maybe there is no such study, but so higher female indirect aggression was limited to later childhood and adolescence. Sex, so it's a meta-analysis. So direct, especially physical aggression, was more common in females, and females at all ages sampled. Higher female indirect aggression, so it was limited to later childhood. So it seems maybe there's a likelihood of higher female indirect aggression. It means you're not directly telling that you are mad, but you just show it the other way. She was told, "Go inside the palace." When she saw its interior, she thought it was a pool of water, and she exposing her legs. He said this interior was now paved with crystal. She said, My lord, I have wronged my soul. I now submit with Solomon to God, Lord of the universe. So here another thing is, she started to believe in God, and we see that actually she had some inclination to believe in God. So because of this sentence, the kings corrupt any land they invade and subjugate its dignified people. This is what they usually do. So, and also we see that this verse didn't happen at all. So this verse, and they didn't attack them. And she wasn't a bad person. And also Solomon wasn't sure about the message. Solomon wanted to investigate the case. And this is the end of the story. And we see that, so that another thing is here with the between the message. So the message is punish him severely or sacrifice him, 21 and 37. So it's just like these messages are they can easily convey to animals, because it's about death and killing, and the animals understand it better. So if you want to give like specific message, it is hard. And we see another instinctive thing. We have mentioned another instinctive thing that about praying. So, and in another verse in the Quran, we show that they can know, they have their own way of praying, and maybe they have skill to understand if someone is not praying. So and also they have visual skills, obviously higher than, probably better than humans, because they have to survive and they fly from city to city. We cannot do this. So they're better than humans, actually. So that's all I want to mention in this video, and thanks for watching this video. Hope to see you in the next video.